Hey guys, this is Luke from Make Masking Optional. I'm here with Kristen Gilfeather, trustee candidate for District 5 for Billings Public Schools. You're not going to want to miss this interview. We're now going to shift to a topic of board meetings and talk about kind of the meetings themselves and some questions around that. And that kind of comes, you're just kind of just ushering us right along. This is great. And so what do you feel is the best way to resolve conflicts? And you just mentioned that the parents feel right now like trust is broken. I feel like what's happened is because the trust has been broken and a lot of parents have felt silenced for so long that now you're getting to a very dangerous place where you have a district that's very large. You have a district that encompasses a lot of people and there is broken trust. And so then people get, I don't want to say satire, but they get like very cynical. They get very cynical because of this. And so now you get these dangerous interactions where people might interact in a way that is not, it's just going to lead to conflict. And so, how do you feel the best way to resolve conflicts?
Yeah, this is another great question. So one of the things, and I would draw from my experience as a leader in healthcare, is there's lots of conflict when you lead teams, especially, teams in the triple digits, right? And so certainly the school district is much larger than that. So I'm not trying to, compare apples to apples. But one of the things that I've just really learned is with conflict, there's certainly different kind of types of conflict. Whether it's a one-time occurrence, if it's a pattern of behavior, or it's the type of conflict that really impacts the relationship. And that's the hardest to overcome. And I think that's where we are. I think that the relationship has just been so tarnished. It is definitely going to show, or it's going to be difficult to overcome. And, one of the things that I've shared, in other formats is one of the things I want to be known for. One of my values is just showing grace to others. And I think parents are going to need to be shown a lot of grace because they're mad, and they should be. When you impact their children, it's like this whole new life comes out of you.
Yeah.
That is just, you're in protective mode and you just want what's best for your kids. And so I think that's going to be hard to overcome, but definitely I have a few tools in my tool belt that can try and help repair relationships. But extending grace to others and then really listening and showing up and showing that you care. And when you listen to people and then you make decisions that reflect that you've been thoughtful in coming up with that decision instead of just voting aye because you were told to approve, I think that's where you're going to start seeing those relationships start to repair.
Yeah.
I think she did pretty good about that one. So I'm going to go to the next one.
Good.
So describe how you as a school board trustee and the school board as a body should gather information for decisions when they impact students and employees. Like, where are you gathering information to make that decision?
Yeah, I think that any decision should be made gathering information from as many possible resources as you can find. I don't think there is, I don't know that there's like a magic way to answer this question, but really you should never limit your information and validate that what you're hearing or getting, the way you're getting the information, validate it to the best of your ability. If there's ever information that I think contradicts one source, then you really have to take a middle road, because there's always three sides to everything. And if you're not looking at all three sides and then really kind of paying special attention to, the middle of the road or what's behind the source, then I think you're going to just make one-sided decisions.
Right.
And there's a consequence to that.
Agreed. I'm going to say we move on to policies.
Okay.
And topic of policies.
Right, you go watch it over there.
All right. So on the topic of policies, the first question that I have for you is, are you familiar with the term balanced calendar
I
in
am.
relation to a school district?
Yes.
Okay. Do you support a balanced calendar initiative? Why or why not?
I have a lot of concerns about a balanced calendar initiative. Oh. Yeah, you need to go stand somewhere else for that. Okay. I have a lot of concerns about a balanced calendar. I think that there could certainly be some benefits to it, but it also does not come without a drawback. So that's one of the other things that I'd really like to spend some time learning about if elected to the school board. And actually, I was really thinking the other day, I'm like, gosh, I hope this isn't voted before I have a chance to weigh in. Because I think that there needs to be a lot of discussion. I can see how the balanced calendar could be beneficial to some and completely disruptive to others. And when you are weighing decisions like that, they shouldn't come quickly. The community needs to have a say, and they need to actually be heard and listened to. So yes, I'm familiar with the balanced calendar. It worries me quite a lot. And I think the biggest part of my worry is that parents aren't going to have a say in this decision.
Yeah.
Okay. So some employees and community members are very resistant to change, while others see change in a positive way. How do you see change in the context of educational programs?
So I'm kind of one in the middle as far as my adaptation to change. I do like things as my routines, those sorts of things. But as change in a educational context, some change is good, but changing everything isn't always the answer. And so there needs to be a thoughtful approach in how you limit what you're changing, and changing everything just for the sake of changing is not the best route forward, in my opinion. And if there's a good, solid reason for why we would make a change, then it's something I can support. If we're just changing it because we're told to, or because the rest of the country is doing it, I'm going to have a harder time supporting something like that.
Yep.
Oh, I asked that question. So you.
Okay. Still on policies. I feel like some of our decisions that have been made by the school district have been an ends justify the means. Are you an ends justifies the means type of person when it comes to getting things done, or do you consider your convictions and principles?
So I think when the ends justify the means, to me, that means you'll do whatever it takes to get the result, even if that means bypassing your values. And so my definition of integrity is just doing what's right over what's fast, fun, and easy. And when you're just trying to get to the end, you're probably pushing the easy button. And that's not my style. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm in it for the difficult decisions. And if the end result can't be achieved without violating values, then I don't know that that's the right end result.
Yeah. How does your convictions and principles guide you? It sounds like. how does your considering the needs or wants or concerns of your constituents that you're elected to represent fit into that as well?
So one of the questions I've been asked as soon as I announced I was running for school board, I had a lot of people ask what my platform is.
Yeah.
And, really, if elected, that's my job, is to represent the people who elected me. I don't have a personal agenda that I'm trying to accomplish. So when you ask what's my platform, I'm like, my platform is the parents.
Yeah.
My platform is the kids. It's not what does Kristen want? Because I don't think that self-serving type of attitude is going to fit well as a new board member. So I'm in it for the parents and for the kids and, for the grandparents, the people who vote me in, not to try and accomplish what I want.
Yeah, that's good. Let's move to special
Yeah.
education. Are you good with that?
Yep, that's what I was going to say.
Oh.
So, do you know of any struggles that any kids in the special needs department have been dealing with the last several years? Do you have any close connection, or have you heard anything about it?
So this is an area I do not have a close connection in, and I do know that there are some major concerns in the community and the education system. I can only speak very briefly to them. I know that there are some concerns around English as a second language, those learners. And then, of course, I was recently made aware of some aging out concerns that some parents have had. Very hot topic right now. But aside from that, it is something that I have a lot to learn about. And I think the best way to learn is for me to be speaking with parents who are involved with special education, whether it's their kids or their other family members or friends. But that's definitely something that I anticipate needing to learn a lot more about together.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time tonight. Guys, you had a chance to hear from Kristen Gilfeather. She's the candidate for Zone 5, Billings Public Schools. Don't forget to vote May 2nd in the election. Is that the right date? May 3rd. May 3rd. Vote by May 2nd so you're not late. It's a mail-in election. Kristen Gilfeather, you heard it tonight from her own words. I didn't plant seeds. I didn't say anything. Kristen Gilfeather, she is pro-parent. She's pro-children. She's pro-public education. She's pro-teacher. This is a candidate that you can believe in, and I think you should. She's proven tonight that she deserves your vote for Billings Public Schools. Kristen Gilfeather, good luck in the election. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.